Hello, I'm Dr. Matt Eichen, and I'm going to explain to you how chiropractic care really works. Well, let's start at the very beginning. Life begins with two cells. Fibers start growing downward from the brain. Those fibers form what becomes the spinal cord. And as the spinal cord develops, even more fibers begin branching out. And these fibers grow from the brain and spinal cord into the rest of the body. Scientists also observe an interesting pattern. The right side of the brain controls the left side of the body, and the left side of the brain controls the right side of the body. And this cross-patterning develops as the nervous system grows. Now here's the incredible part. At the ends of those nerve fibers, sometimes called nerve buds, the rest of the body begins to form. From these nerve connections develop the heart, the lungs, the stomach, the intestines, our muscles and glands, arms and legs, and feet. Every structure in the body develops from the communication between the brain and the body through the nervous system. The brain sends electrical signals down through the spinal cord and nerves directing both development and function. The brain is so important that the body protects it in a special way. It is the only organ completely encased in bone. The skull forms a hard protective shell around the brain. Other organs like the heart and lungs are protected by the rib cage, but they're not sealed inside a bony case like the brain is. The brain is the master control center. It begins life, and when the brain function stops, life stops. Just like the skull protects the brain, the spine protects the spinal cord. The spine is made up of individual bones called vertebrae. These vertebrae create a movable protective case for the spinal cord. The spine serves several purposes: supports the body, allows for movement, and protects the spinal cord. And this protection is critical because all communication from the brain to the body travels through the spinal cord. Now here's an important question. How much of the power from your brain do you want reaching your body? How much do you want to reach your heart, your stomach, the pancreas, your muscles, arms, hands, legs, feet, and reproductive organs? Well, the answer is simple. You want 100% of that power. How often? All the time. And for how long? Forever. Health is when 100% of the brain's power flows through the spinal cord and nerves to every part of the body. However, throughout life, many things can interfere with that communication. Things like our birthing process, bending and twisting, sports injuries, sitting for too long, driving your vehicle, falls and bumps, lifting our children, bags and boxes, and over time, these stresses can cause vertebrae in the spine to shift slightly out of position. And when that happens, the vertebrae can irritate or put pressure on nearby nerves. When pressure is placed on a nerve, it interferes with the electrical signal traveling through that nerve. Scientists have demonstrated this in a laboratory study. If you connect a small light bulb to a nerve, the electrical signal from the nerve can actually light the light bulb. But if you begin applying pressure to that nerve, the signal will weaken. In fact, research shows that pressure equal to the weight of a nickel can reduce the nerve transmission by up to 60%. That means the signal between the brain and the body is partially blocked. So the question becomes, how important is it to keep pressure off those nerves? Very important. We want full power to the heart, full power to the organs, and full power to the muscles, full power to the arms and legs. The role of chiropractic is to make sure the vertebrae in the spine stay properly positioned. When the vertebrae are aligned correctly, the nerve openings stay clear, the nerves are not irritated, communication from the brain to the body remains strong. The goal is simple. Keep the nerve pathways open so the body functions at its highest level. Because life constantly puts stress on the spine, it's important to check it regularly. Over time, vertebrae can shift and begin irritating nerves again. Regular chiropractic checkups can help ensure that the spine stays properly aligned, nerve pressure is minimized, the body receives full nerve communication from the brain, and when that happens, the body is able to operate at its optimal level of health. Now, there are several things that influence our health. In our approach, we often talk about 5 main factors of health. 1, proper nerve function. 2, good nutrition. 3rd is exercise and movement. 4, rest and recovery. And 5 is mental attitude. And all 5 matter. But the most important one, the foundation, is proper nerve function. And why is that? Because if the nerve system isn't working properly, the other factors cannot work the way they should. Think about nutrition. You can eat the healthiest food in the world, but if the nerves controlling your stomach are only functioning at 70%, your digestion will only work at about 70%. And the same idea applies to exercise. Exercise is great. Movement is very important. But if you're exercising with a spine that isn't functioning properly, you may actually be putting more stress on your body. Once the spine is functioning correctly and the nervous system is working properly, then exercise becomes far more effective. Think about a race car. If you tune up the race car, it runs better. Then it's ready to race. But if you keep racing the car over and over without tuning it up, eventually it's going to wear down much faster. And that's how many people live today. They keep pushing their bodies harder and harder without making sure that the nervous system is functioning properly. The same principle applies to rest and recovery. Sleep is when the body rebuilds and repairs itself. But that rebuilding process depends on signals from the nervous system. If the nerve system is not functioning fully, the body cannot repair and regenerate as effectively. So if someone wants better sleep and better recovery, improving the nervous system function becomes extremely important. This is where chiropractic care plays a role. Chiropractic focuses on the nervous system and the spine. When vertebrae are properly positioned and not irritating nerves, the communication between the brain and the body improves. And when that communication improves, digestion can function better, exercise becomes more effective, sleep and recovery improve, and the body adapts to better stress. The final factor is attitude. Your mental and emotional state has a powerful influence on your health. When the body functions better and you feel better physically, it naturally affects your outlook. People tend to feel calmer, more positive, more optimistic. Your physiology influences your psychology. So when we look at the 5 factors of health, they are proper nerve function, good nutrition, exercise, quality rest, and a positive mental attitude. And all 5 matter. But the foundation is making sure that the nerve power from the brain is reaching the body the way it was designed to. When that communication is clear and uninterrupted, the body can function at its highest level. And that is the goal.